Closer to the metro, take a look at this cloud formation. You'll see it here momentarily. This is pretty impressive. This was a shot taken by John Schloss. Hopefully we're getting to it. I apologize. There we go. You can see right towards the end in the lower right-hand corner. Again, this is in the Parker area. You'll see the winds just kicking up the dirt out there.
Yeah. All right, to Marietta Landon, trying to pick her kids up from school. Had to go through this in Highlands Ranch. Heavy rain and hail there as well coming down just as class was getting out. Yeah.
Sorry, kids. And finally, take a look at this downpour in Centennial. Downpour, I should say. Larry Rickman with the Colorado Sun shared this video with us. You can see how hard that rain was coming down.
All right, now finally this video from Denver 7's Tom Mustin, C470 in Yosemite. Look at the flash flooding there. Did you see that car? You can barely see it on the other side of the fire truck there. Fire department shows up just as Tom was shooting to make sure the passengers and drivers were okay. Besides that, there's really nothing else going on. Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson now. Mike?
You know, it's September. It's not July or June.
Crazy.
This is crazy. But after all the heat we had this week, and then we get this cool front come in with more humid air, this is what it looks like live in Denver right now. This is a severe warning storm down in the Elizabeth area. And you can see the warning down. Here's northern El Paso County. We're looking from Elizabeth down into that particular cell. The blue indicates hail with these cells. Now, the good news for the Denver area is most of this has diminished considerably over the last 30 minutes or so. There's still a flash flood warning in effect around the Centennial area. That's the spot that picked up 2 inches of rain in about 30 minutes time. For the northwest of Denver, not much activity at all. Didn't get a lot in northern Jefferson County, up toward Broomfield, Boulder area, just a few minor thunderstorms. So you can see where the heart of that was right through there, and that's where we've had the worst of the conditions as far as the flooding. It came off of the foothills, first of all, around Georgetown, and then pushed into the metro area. There are still some cells back to the northwest, and these are all forming along a weather front that has carved itself across the state. That front's going to stall out, and so it's going to mean more potential for some heavy rain and storms again tomorrow. But I'm going to zoom back down to where that flooding was down in the Centennial area, and that's where our reporter Megan Lopez is right now.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. I'm right near the Park Meadows Mall, and you can see what happened right behind me. This is one of 2 cars in this area that actually got trapped. South Metro Fire Rescue had to come in here. There were 2 people in this car. They actually had to, I'm going to have my photographer Drew walk over this way so you can see what they had to do. They actually had to break out the back window here, and they tied the car to this pole so that it wouldn't actually go any deeper. Now, this is Yosemite that you're looking at right next to the Park Meadows Mall. I'm going to have my photographer Drew kind of pan over to show you just how deep this water is, and to give you an idea of exactly where we are, that's C470 right there. There's construction going on right there for that Express Lanes project. Right after that, that is Park Meadows Mall. So we're going to go back here again to the car that you can see. Again, this is one of 2. And something else that formed over here is this little bit of a swirl right there. So it's been a really, really heavy kind of rain. It goes on and off, but it was a difficult drive trying to get here, guys.
That is impressive.
Megan, thank you. Holy cow.
So glad those folks got out safely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Megan. Let's get back to Tom Mustin. He's stuck in the same area right now, and he is joining us on the phone. Tom, this is wild weather.
It really is, Ann and Shannon. Yeah, I was actually at Park Meadows at the Target there, and it was hot, a hot day, 85 or so. It was starting to get dark, but by the time I came out, the rain was starting to come down. The temperature dropped about 20 degrees, and I had to go to Costco from there. So I was heading on Yosemite when I shot that video, right where Megan is now, apparently. And it was pouring down rain, and I noticed people started peeling off the road in front of me and making U-turns. I was going, what? As I got closer, I saw like 3 or 4 feet of water there, and 3 cars stuck in there. So I pulled off and went on to Park Meadows. If you know the area, I was heading west on Park Meadows, and then other cars were getting stuck on Park Meadows because of the flash flooding as well. So I pulled into the Sam's Club parking lot where I still am now because the road is blocked off right here, and it looks like it's been snowing here. There's hail in chunks of hail, blocks of it. I just tweeted out a picture of it. So I was thinking only in Colorado do you go from like 85 to 59 and hail and snow and flooding. So you kind of got everything in the last 2 hours here. Amazing.
And is it still raining out there? Is it still coming down?
It actually, another wave's kind of coming. It's raining a little bit, but I see the sun trying to peep through, so hopefully that's a good sign. But nothing like what we saw around 4 o'clock. But it was pretty amazing the way it just came through there and was hammering everything. And that flash flooding obviously is a big concern for drivers on this part of town here.
All right, definitely glad this is all easing up. Thank you, Tom Mustin, for that. And by the way, if you get caught up in one of these storms, you can always stay one step ahead by downloading our Storm Shield app. The app will give you access to live radar and weather alerts, and it is free to download in the Apple and Google Play Store. All you have to do is search Storm Shield.
And the weather